Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In the intricate dance of human relationships, the dynamic between super empaths and narcissists is a fascinating, but often tumultuous phenomenon. While the narcissist craves admiration, control, and validation, the super empath possesses an unparalleled ability to understand, empathize, and connect with others on a profound level. In today's video, we delve into the captivating interplay between these two personality types, exploring how the super empath emerges as the ultimate challenge for the narcissist. Now, there's nothing a narcissist loves more than an empath. And what's not to like? Their inherent kindness leads them to perceive everyone as being inherently good and deserving of equal kindness. They want to help people in need, especially those who are vulnerable, or, at least who appear vulnerable. The narcissist's meticulously constructed tragic backstory, replete with tales of victimization, often compels empaths to rush to their aid. The narcissist's facade of friendliness and non-judgmental demeanor can lead empaths to believe that they can confide in them, entrusting them with their deepest secrets. These factors collectively render empaths vulnerable and easy targets for the narcissist's manipulative tactics. Too often, empaths who aren't as emotionally strong get wrapped up in a narcissist's manipulations. This vulnerability often stems from the empath's tendency to struggle with low self-esteem, rendering them susceptible to the gaslighting of narcissists, and fostering dependency on them. Nevertheless, there exist empaths who are immune to the tactics employed by narcissists. These empaths, who do not fit the conventional empath profile, are known as super empaths. Unlike the average empath, the super empath possesses an extraordinary level of resilience, assertiveness, and self-awareness. They are not easily manipulated or controlled, and they refuse to become mere pawns in the narcissist's game of manipulation. While it's true that super empaths can be naive and fall for the lies, because they see the best in everyone, their good-natured personalities and tendency to be overtrusting can make them seem naive and gullible. Yet, paradoxically, this very empathy becomes the narcissist's worst nightmare, unraveling their carefully constructed facade and exposing their vulnerabilities. Because the super empath isn't nearly as gullible as you might think. It might take them a while to realize that the narcissist is lying, to make you swoon over them. But as soon as their mask begins to slip, the empath catches on. So if you're ready to hear how to destroy a narcissist with your empathetic powers, let's get started. Empaths are very underestimated, especially super empaths. Their inherent kindness and inclination to trust excessively can create the impression that they are naive, easily deceived, or lacking in assertiveness. Indeed, empaths may exhibit naivety and be susceptible to deception, due to their propensity to perceive the inherent goodness in others. This might get them into a tricky situation with a narcissist, because their guards were down at the beginning. However, unlike people with lower empathy, they're more intuitive and can see patterns developing much faster before they're too deep. At first glance, one might assume that a super empath is simply an empathetic person, with heightened sensitivity to the emotions of others. While this is true to some extent, the super empath goes beyond the conventional empathy. They possess an unparalleled depth of understanding and insight into human nature, allowing them to intuitively grasp the hidden motivations and intentions of those around them. Super empaths can feel emotions and detect motives quickly. So, the moment an empath feels maliciousness, particularly if it sharply contrasts with their usual disposition, they recognize a discrepancy. Typically, narcissists struggle to maintain their facade over an extended period, and swiftly attempt to foster dependence in their partners. However, the super empath is not as easily deceived as one may assume. While it may take some time for them to recognize the narcissist's deceitful tactics, aimed at winning them over, they become aware as soon as the narcissist's facade starts to crumble. It is this extraordinary level of insight that poses a significant threat to the narcissist. Unlike the average empath, whose compassion may be exploited by the narcissist's manipulative tactics, the super empath sees through the narcissist's facade with piercing clarity. They are not swayed by superficial charm or flattery. Instead, they recognize the narcissist's true intentions beneath the mask of grandiosity. The super empath's ability to perceive the narcissist's true nature can trigger a profound sense of unease and discomfort in the narcissist. Their carefully constructed image of superiority and invincibility begins to crumble in the face of the super empath's unwavering gaze. Suddenly, the narcissist finds themselves exposed, vulnerable, and powerless, a sensation they find intolerable. Super empaths exhibit high levels of self-esteem, self-worth, and a robust sense of identity. If you've ever wondered why having a good sense of self is important, because it is a bit of an abstract concept, here's a perfect example. Gaslighting is a common manipulation tactic used by narcissists. The term is derived from the 1944 film Gaslighting, which revolves around a married couple. In the story, the wife gradually becomes convinced of her own insanity and loses touch with her true self. Meanwhile, the husband repeatedly adjusts the gas lanterns and denies the changes when his wife notices, attributing her observations to hallucinations. Eventually, the wife's mental state deteriorates. In the classic movie scenario, how might a firm sense of identity have aided the wife? Well, if she possessed strong self-esteem and a clear understanding of who she was, do you think she would have believed she was hallucinating? Perhaps she would have reflected on past experiences and realized that she had never hallucinated before. This realization might have prompted her to assertively ask her husband to fix the issue with the lights, because he was the crazy one for not noticing. A super empath with strong self-esteem knows their worth and remains grounded in their identity, even in the face of gaslighting or attempts to undermine their sanity. Rather than succumbing to manipulation, they might challenge the narcissist. They might drive the narcissist crazy by turning the tables on them. They refuse to be drawn into the narcissist's web of manipulation, maintaining a sense of autonomy and self-respect that unnerves the narcissist. While their empathy enables them to offer the validation and attention that the narcissist desires, on the other hand, their self-assurance renders them both appealing, enviable, and out of reach. And narcissists are, well, narcissistic. They tend to think that they are the smartest people in the room and the only ones incapable of preserving information. While it's true that the average person isn't always listening, and may not consistently pay attention to all the crucial details, the thing with narcissists is that they often don't remember, or care to listen to the good details about you. If you bring up positive accomplishments, narcissists typically disregard or swiftly diminish them, sometimes even expunging them from their memory. Instead, they keep a mental database of everything less than perfect you've ever done. A super empath, in contrast, genuinely cares. Even when a narcissist displays vulnerability, even if their stories are twisted with lies, an empath attentively listens, recalling every detail, both positive and negative. Sure, a narcissist might use your flaws and mistakes against you to emotionally blackmail you. However, they often overlook minor yet crucial details, such as incorrect names or factual inaccuracies, stemming from their lack of attentiveness, which can potentially ruin their credibility. Conversely, an empath retains a comprehensive memory of all the information the narcissist has ever shared with them. They will know exactly what to say to turn the tables back on the narcissist, and regain control of the situation by exposing the narcissist's vulnerabilities, particularly through tactics that evoke humiliation, which is an Achilles heel for narcissists. While super empaths do not take pleasure in humiliating others or causing harm, but they'll do whatever is necessary to put narcissists in their place. One of the super empaths' most potent weapons against the narcissist is their unparalleled capacity for empathy. In contrast to narcissists, who primarily struggle with effective empathy while retaining some cognitive empathy, super empaths possess both forms. Drawing from past encounters, where they detected genuine vulnerability, they can leverage these insights to their benefit. While the narcissist views empathy as a weakness to exploit, the super empath harnesses it as a source of strength and resilience. By understanding the narcissist's motivations, insecurities, and vulnerabilities, the super empath is able to navigate their manipulative tactics with ease. They recognize that beneath the narcissist's facade of superiority lies a fragile sense of self-worth and an insatiable need for validation. Instead of succumbing to the narcissist's attempts to provoke emotional reactions, the super empath remains calm, composed, and empathetic, refusing to be drawn into the toxic cycle of drama and manipulation. Moreover, the super empath's ability to set and enforce boundaries presents a significant obstacle for the narcissist. Their refusal to engage in conflict or retaliation further frustrates the narcissist, who thrives on drama and power struggles. The super empath's calm demeanor and refusal to be drawn into conflict deprives the narcissist of the attention and validation they crave, leaving them feeling insignificant and powerless. While it's uncommon for an empath, especially a super empath, to use their empathy manipulatively, it's the only thing that really stumps a narcissist. Because it's the one thing they'll always lack. As previously mentioned, empaths and super empaths exude a sense of innocent naivety, which may lead them to appear as vulnerable targets for narcissists. The narcissist likely enters the relationship with the expectation that they will be the one to destroy the empath, regardless of if it's deserved. However, empaths do not tolerate being mistreated by others. While they are typically gentle, caring, and forgiving individuals, until someone crosses them. Then, they're unafraid to make sure some justice is made, usually by acting in the same manner as the narcissist did. After all, they learned from the best. Super empaths have strong beliefs of what is right or wrong, and these beliefs are adopted right from their childhood. They're very honest, truthful, and sincere. Despite appearing naive and susceptible to manipulation, they are not easily swayed by the actions of others. Their self-love confuses the narcissist. It catches them off guard, because they realize that their insults are not working. They cannot devalue the super empath. The super empath uses their empathic superpowers to defeat even the most deceitful and scheming narcissists. In the face of the narcissist's relentless attempts to assert control and dominance, the super empath ultimately emerges victorious. Through their unwavering strength, resilience, and empathy, they break free from the narcissist's grip and reclaim their autonomy and self-worth. By recognizing their own inherent value, and refusing to compromise their integrity, for the sake of appeasing the narcissist, the super empath transcends the toxic dynamics of the relationship and embarks on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. In conclusion, the super empath represents the narcissist's worst nightmare, the ultimate nemesis, disrupting the narcissist's carefully constructed illusions and exposing their true nature. The super empath, a formidable adversary, who refuses to be manipulated or controlled. Through their unwavering strength, resilience, and empathy, the super empath disrupts the narcissist's power dynamic and emerges victorious, reclaiming their autonomy and self-worth in the process. So, I hope this content was helpful. As always, Please consider sharing and subscribing to my channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Always feel free to share your experiences in the comment section below. I express my gratitude to everyone for tuning in and watching. Let us help spread the awareness and lead healthier and fulfilling lives.